get to this hour. So good evening officially and welcome friends. My name is Chelsea Herring-Cozy and I have the honor and privilege of serving as CHIP's Executive Director. We are so happy you could join us for our reimagined 2020 virtual celebration series. I know it's 2021, but this got pushed back a little bit so everyone could have a little breathing room at the end of last year. So tonight marks the culminating event of our series and the one I personally am so excited about because it gives us a chance to celebrate and say thank you to some of the amazing human beings working together to achieve our shared vision that everyone deserves to be housed and connected to care. Before we begin the award ceremony, I want to take a few minutes to thank all of our generous sponsors for supporting this year's celebration. A very special thank you to our friends and longtime supporters at Barnes & Thornburg, this year's series sponsor, to event sponsors, the Central Indiana Community Foundation, DOZ Charitable Foundation, and the Indianapolis Neighborhood Housing Partnership. We thank you. And to our supporting sponsors from Citizens Energy Group, FHL Bank of Indianapolis, Park Mobile, Regions Bank, and United Fidelity Bank. We appreciate you. We'd also like to thank all of you for joining us tonight and all of you who have supported us and donated throughout the year. We are grateful. I also want to recognize and give a really warm and enthusiastic shout out to the CHIP Board of Directors and the CHIP staff. Thank you for your steadfast commitment and dedication to CHIP and to our community of partners who are all working collaboratively to make homelessness in Indianapolis rare, brief, and non-recurring. CHIP board members and staff, if you could please use the heart emoji so we can see you and show you some love. We're lucky to have such an amazing team and board. So take a look at those hearts, show some love. All right, with that, let's get to tonight's celebration and a little grounding to center us in the spirit and tone of what tonight is all about. Tonight is about honoring and celebrating the courage, compassion, and connection that is required every day in the pursuit of justice and better outcomes for those living unhoused in our community. Tonight is a glimpse into those who truly practice the belief that we all have a part to play, and together we are stronger and more impactful than if we go it alone. The image you see on the screen tonight of this puzzle house is symbolic of what we are demonstrating tonight. The notion that we are all pieces of a bigger puzzle. Alone, we are a piece that seems not to make sense without joining with the other pieces. Each piece is doing its part and playing a role, and each piece, no matter how big or small, is just as vital as any other. We need all of the pieces to come together in exactly the right way to achieve the bigger picture. There are times when we aren't exactly sure where our pieces fit or how to complete the puzzle, but ultimately, we know that completing the puzzle depends on all of us committed to coming together and adding our piece to the collective. This is the work of the Indianapolis Continuum of Care. And this is the work that we at CHIP are committed to. So without further ado, let's get to why we're all really here. Let's introduce this year's celebration award recipients. Tonight's recipients embody the principles and practices of collective impact and have used their voices, their spheres of influence, their expertise, their capital, political, economic, and social, to make an impact on homelessness here in Indianapolis. While tonight isn't inclusive of all of the good work being done, it highlights those who have really risen to the challenge that has been thrown at us this year, in particular with COVID. Tonight's recipients embody those who have been the first to say, I'm in. What needs to happen? Let's do it. How can I help? So with that, I would like to and have the distinct honor of kicking off our first award, which is the William A. Crawford Public Service Award. The William A. Crawford Public Service Award is named in honor of State Representative Bill Crawford, a public servant dedicated to advocating for those experiencing homelessness in Indianapolis. This award is given to an individual or a group of public servants dedicated to raising awareness and inspiring action and solutions to homelessness. This year's William A. Crawford Public Service Award is being presented to a dynamic trio from the city of Indianapolis, who I've joked, but it's true, have spent more time with this past year than I think my family. If I don't see or talk to Rodney at least once a day, something is wrong. This team has worked tirelessly to ensure solutions to homelessness stay front and center on the public agenda, to champion housing and safe sheltering as a public health response, to target resources where they are most needed, and to break down barriers as we've all had to find new and creative ways to keep people safe, healthy, and on a path to housing. Matt Giffen, Andrew Merkley, and Rodney Stockman, thank you for your public service, for your advocacy, and for championing this work. Please, everyone, join me in showing your love and your appreciation to Rodney, Matt, and Andrew, the dynamic trio from the Office of Public Health and Safety. All right, I hope you're seeing the love. And Rodney, I see you in that tie. I love it. Okay, our next award is the Joseph W. Fohy Caring for Our Neighbor Award. The Joseph W. Fohy Caring for Our Neighbor Award is named after newspaper reporter and former planning director at CHIP, Joe Fohy, who also drafted the original blueprint plan to end homelessness. This award is given to an individual, group, or entity dedicated to using their platform to bring awareness to issues of homelessness in Indianapolis. This year's Joseph W. Fohy Caring for Our Neighbor Award goes to a man who many of you know from his time as a local sports broadcaster here in Indianapolis, and who we are lucky to still have with us after a significant health crisis earlier this year. What you may not know, but should know, is how he's used his platform and voice and following to launch an initiative called 30 Lunches with 30 People, where he's had lunch with, to learn about, and to share stories of those experiencing homelessness who are staying at Wheeler Mission. I'm talking about none other than, you can see here, than Jake Query. Jake, thank you for your compassion and your commitment to raising awareness about those experiencing homelessness, and doing it from such an authentic place that created a shared space for human experience. Please join me in a round of applause as we welcome Jake to say a few words. And Jake, please make sure to unmute yourself.
Here we go. Did I unmute myself? That's actually apparently the second most significant thing I guess I've done this year. But real quick, I just want to say a couple of things. You know, when I was a kid, my mom took me down when I was a really little kid on a regular basis in the summertime to eat hot dogs downtown. I've told this story many times, and she would buy a surplus of hot dogs at the carts and ask me to find friends. to sit with on the American Legion Mall or on the Circle and have hot dogs with them. And when I became a young adult, she brought it back up to me and asked if I remembered it. And when I said, of course, I remember my hot dog lunches, she said, well, all those people were homeless, but all you cared about was that they were your friends. And so I guess I'd say for my mom, I accept the award with great gratitude. I appreciate everybody. I never really sought any recognition for it. So I was incredulous when I was told that I would receive the award, but I have a great love for Indianapolis and all the people here. So I'm happy to be here. I did have a heart attack in October, so get a heart scan. There's my lesson for everybody. But thank you very much. I'm very appreciative of it.
Jake, thank you. And again, I think your humbleness is just a testament. So I think you're seeing all the love. I hope you're feeling all the love. We are lucky to have you. And thank you again for just showing the compassion and using your voice to spread that compassion throughout Indianapolis.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you to Jake. All right, I'm going to kick it over to you, Danielle. Danielle is going to be introducing our next award.
Hi, I'm Danielle Bagwireman with CHIP, and today I am going to be presenting the Community Collaborator Award, which is given to an individual or organization that works with the homeless system of care for a shared goal to improve the community's impact on ending homelessness in Indianapolis. I believe there is a video we're queuing up.
Karen and Dana, congratulations on your Community Collaborator Award. I'm so happy for you. I'm so proud to say that I know you both. I'm so proud to be in partnership and in collaboration with both of you. The thing that I respect most about our relationship and about what it is that you two do is your ability to bring all these different groups and all these different people together to make sure that we house those individuals who are experiencing homelessness, right? Make sure that we are taking care of those individuals and making sure we have somewhere for them to go. From the beginning of this thing, when it first started, we was in crazy situations, and we didn't have room, and we didn't have enough space for people, and immediately you both came alongside and helped us out. I remember the first day that I met you over at Washington Park, and we talked about the plan, and it was just like, all right, cool, let's just go get it, right? It was no issues, no problem. We just kind of gelled from that point on. So I appreciate that, and I thank you for that. And I thank you that even through this whole year and all this time, I've been able to just still call you, and you don't ignore my phone call or push me to the side. You've just been a very helpful hand with everything that we do here at Willow Mission. So on behalf of Willow Mission, on behalf of myself, I do appreciate you both. Congratulations on your award. You are very well deserving of it. I love you both. And hopefully one day we can sit back and eat some popcorn together. God bless. Love you both.
My name is Karen Holly, and I'm the Director of Operations for the Marion County Public Health Department.
And I'm Dana Reed-Wise, Bureau Chief for the Bureau of Environmental Health here at the Marion County Public Health Department.
And we just want to thank you for the recognition that you are honoring with us with tonight. It's all began when I got a call from our now CEO, Paul Babcock, to join a series of calls that supported those who are experiencing homelessness.
And Karen roped me into the calls because I didn't get on the calls. She volunteered me to join. It has been a wonderful learning experience for both of us, and we have enjoyed working with you all. We applaud the work that you do all the time, and thank you from me also for recognizing our work and supporting you.
Karen and Dana, congratulations on receiving this year's Community Collaborator Award. The two of you embody the spirit of this award and have demonstrated what true collaboration looks like. From the moment this pandemic hit Indianapolis, the two of you were thrust into becoming part of the homeless response effort, and you took it head on. You immediately sprung into action to support our shelter partners, to open emergency shelter sites, to operate those shelters, and to make sure those experiencing homelessness had safe places to be, to recover, to heal, and to be treated with dignity and respect. You got things done and made things happen in the midst of chaos. You showed us what it is like to do whatever it takes to keep people safe and healthy. You two are two of the hardest working human beings I know, and you do it without complaint, with grace, and with a determination that is nothing short of inspiring. You multitask like you invented multitasking. I'm in awe. Thank you for wrapping your arms around all of us, for becoming our champions, partners, and advocates, and for the care and compassion you bring to everything you do. You two are the silver lining of this pandemic, and I'm honored that we've had the opportunity to work with you both. Thank you, Karen and Dana, for being this year's community collaborators.
So this year's Community Collaborator Award is presented to Dana Reed-Wise and Karen Holly for becoming a key partner through their advocacy and compassion in providing safe, healthy sheltering options for those experiencing homelessness in the midst of a COVID-19 public health crisis. I wanted to enter some words in there of my own. I've had the pleasure of being in several meetings with them. I think the popcorn reference to the 3 o'clock snack and the multitasking really sealed it. So congratulations on the award. Now I'm going to turn it over to Tom to present our next award.
Tom, you might be on mute.
Hi there. Sorry about that. Operating two computers and got a little confused as to which one. My name's Tom Tuttle. I'm the Director of Engagement and Strategic Initiatives here at CHIP, and I'm presenting the Corporate Partner Award, which is given to a for-profit institution that has made an impact in ending homelessness through a unique or innovative way in Indianapolis. This year, the recipient of the Corporate Partner Award is Hughes Culinary for their engagement with CHIP and for furthering our mission through creative events, street reach indie sponsorship, and raising awareness in innovative ways. Craig and the Hughes team have been great to work with and have been a great partner, creating awareness for audiences that we probably wouldn't be able to reach if it wasn't for them. They have done this through their annual golf outing, street reach indie sponsorships, and even through events and partnerships with their contacts, creating events at their restaurants. Just as an example, currently Hughes Culinary and Tito's Vodka are hosting a campaign called Herb Your Enthusiasm, where $1 from each drink is sold in a Hughes restaurant will be donated by Tito's to CHIP. And I want to say, even though the pandemic has been hard on everyone and especially hard on local economies, Hughes Culinary's commitment to our partnership has been very strong. So I want to say thank you to Craig and the Hughes Culinary team. Please join me in a round of applause for Hughes Culinary, this year's Corporate Partner Award recipient. Thank you, Craig and the team.
I want to jump in really quick, Tom, and encourage everyone as you're getting out there to please support our partners at Hughes Culinary, and please partake in an Herb Your Enthusiasm if you can. I'm sure there's a mocktail version as well.
Now I want to throw it over to Lisa Huffman. She's our project manager for CES Refinement and Crisis Response to present our next award.
Lisa, we can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry about that. I'm Lisa Huffman. Thanks, Tom. I am introducing the COVID-19 Response Champion Award. This award is given to an individual or organization that has created exemplary pandemic-related responses for those experiencing homelessness in Indianapolis. This year's recipient of the COVID-19 Response Champion Award is the Homeless Initiative Program for being the first to raise their hand and step into this big challenge, for the creative ways they have worked and continue to work to expand services and build capacity during the COVID-19 public health crisis. Please join me in a round of applause for HIP.
And I want to just jump in, Lisa, before you kick it and say, we created an award essentially because there was nothing capturing this championship that came out of HIP in the midst of this pandemic as everything was changing and all these things were happening. I just heard the whole HIP team say, what can we do? What are we going to do? We're in, let's do it. Let's figure it out. Let's take it on. And out of that, a whole new award was born to just capture the spirit of the champions that Kay, you and your team just embody. So just huge shout out for inspiring and keeping us all going, and being the first to say, we're gonna figure it out. We're in, we'll make it happen. All right.
We're going to go over to Rachel Sample for our next award.
Thank you, Lisa. My name is Rachel Sample. I'm a Director of System Planning, Coordination and Management for CHIP, and I am very pleased to share with you the D. William Moreau Jr. Homeless Advocate Award. This award is in honor of Bill Moreau, an advocate driven by a sense of justice and compassion to provide tireless leadership in the effort to end homelessness in Indianapolis. This award is given to an individual who has displayed a long-term commitment to the cause of ending homelessness in Indianapolis, and we have a video here to share with you.
Hi, I'm Teresa Wessel, Executive Director of Horizon House, and I've worked with Leslie for over 10 years. During that time, I have witnessed Leslie's dedication and passion to ending homelessness here in our community. She epitomizes our core values of treating every person with respect, dignity, and hospitality. Leslie is totally committed to do what it takes to end homelessness in Indianapolis and tirelessly works towards that goal each and every day. When I think about Leslie's qualities, integrity, dedication, and compassion are on the top of that list. I believe Leslie demonstrates her advocacy and tireless leadership in ending homelessness in our community. I am so very proud of Leslie for receiving this award. I want to congratulate you and thank you for all that you do on behalf of our neighbors.
Our mission at Horizon House is to connect people who are experiencing homelessness to resources and services that can help them get housed and stay stably housed. That just sounds so simple to me. The idea that people who are experiencing homelessness need a place to live and we can help them get a place to live. But it wasn't very long at all after I came to Horizon House that I really started to understand the complexities of the work that we do.
First and foremost, she brought me on and said, hey, we're gonna shift from a mission model to a professional model. And she did that. And I was honored to work alongside her the many, many steps and many years and hard work to be able to do that. And another example is now the housing program. Wow, congratulations. It's done a fantastic job. It's just going to continue to grow from that. She was a big advocate for that. And so she, again, has this vision and she's like a bulldog and she just goes with it. And she is inspiring to those of us that work alongside. She leads with compassion. She leads with a commitment to social justice, commitment to equality, passion for making sure that people are heard. The impact that you have on people's lives is tremendous and phenomenal. And it's a privilege to know you and it's a privilege to have worked alongside of you. So congratulations, Leslie. Keep it up. Thank you.
And it really, it just makes me want to work that much harder to do whatever little bit that I can do to try to make a better way for people that don't have a place to call home.
She is so personally invested and really caring about people. She cares about individual folks. She cares about staff. She cares about the broader community. She's highly skilled in her abilities to lead, to program, to connect with folks. And I'm beyond excited for her to receive this award. It's been such an honor and a privilege to work alongside Leslie, and I wish her all the best.
Part of what has kept me doing the work for so many years are the people. And I'm thinking about the neighbors that we serve.
I want to share a quick story that tells the two things that I love and admire about Leslie the most. Recently, during this pandemic, I asked Leslie if she could go to dinner, have a drink with me, because I'm feeling overwhelmed. I don't know which way to go with all this information. And of course, Leslie says yes. That's the number one thing I love about you. You take the time to listen to your staff, your peers, your colleagues, and you're a good listener. You can be trusted. I so appreciate that. And during dinner, I asked you how you could take on this new project that you recently said yes to, when I know your plate is fuller than mine. And you looked at me and you said, because it's the right thing to do and it needs to be done. And I just thought, God, I love this woman. Leslie, thank you for inspiring. Thank you for your hard work. Thank you for all the time you dedicate to this. Thank you for your heart. Thank you for your friendship. Congratulations, my friend.
But the part of this work that has seemed simple to me from day one and still seems very simple to me is the value and the importance of the work. It's the right thing to do. It's the ethical thing to do. And just deep in my heart, I believe that no person, no human being deserves to be homeless. I'm honored to be able to be a part of doing that work with everybody that's here tonight.
What you just heard in this amazing video was just a highlight of what we have, the praise and kudos to Leslie. And we'll be uploading a full interview with Leslie to our social media platforms. We hope you guys will check it out. Take the time to listen, share your own positive stories of your experiences with Leslie on social media with us, comment on her story. It's such an impactful and heartwarming story to hear about her. And personally, I just also want to say I've had the great pleasure of sitting in many meetings and conversations of importance in our community with Leslie. And I think advocate is just such an important word to share about who Leslie is in our community. She's very often the first person who will say, how is this going to impact people? And I just really appreciate that about you, Leslie, and what an advocate you are. So this year's recipient of the D. William Moreau Jr. Homeless Advocate Award is Leslie Kelly, who has worked tirelessly at the Horizon House and for the Continuum of Care to help us end homelessness. And her work through the COC, she's shown herself to be a dedicated leader and fully committed to our goal of ending homelessness. If you'd please join me in a round of applause, and Leslie will share some remarks of her own. So thank you, Leslie.
I'm sort of blown away by that video. I want to thank Chip, first of all, for, and whatever individuals were responsible for nominating or selecting me. I want to say thank you to Mr. Bill Moreau for all of his tireless work over the years in our community, working on behalf of people experiencing homelessness. It's his work, obviously, that founded this award, and I am humbled and honored to be given this award that bears his name. I was blown away and really kind of stunned actually when I opened my email and had an email from Tom Tuttle saying that I had been selected for this award. It was totally out of the blue and unexpected. I read it, I think 3 times before I was like, wait, he's really saying that, you know, it's just something I never imagined would happen. There are so many people in this community that work so hard on behalf of our individual neighbors and on behalf of our continuum of care to do better work and have better outcomes that I don't even know how I got chosen out of that haystack of, you know, the needle in the haystack. There's just so many people that could be given this award. So I just want to say thank you to everybody and how honored I am to be doing the work with all of you. And I guess the last thing I would say is it's hard to imagine getting an award for your work that just doesn't feel like work. It just feels like who I am and what I'm meant to be doing. So let's just roll up our sleeves and make 2021 the best year ever, because there is still so much to be done. And our neighbors, every single one of them, deserve the most excellent work that we can come up with as individuals and as a team. So thanks to everybody.
Leslie, I want you to see the love and feel the love and look in the chat box. And before we go back to the slideshow, Leslie, I just want you to look at the faces right now that are looking back at you and seeing all the people that you have inspired, that you continue to be the light for, and that you continue to show up every day to K-Story and say, how can we not do this? So I hope you can look around and see all of these faces that you have led and inspired and brought to this work and been the light and beacon for. Oh, I wish we were in person. Yeah, one day.
I want to hug everybody, and I definitely want to give a shout out to Teresa, Melissa, Kay, and Beth. You know, I was asked to pick people that could speak on that video, and I definitely picked people that I have a lot of respect for and that have supported me in my work and who I've tried to support in their work. And I just, it's very humbling to hear them say such kind things about me. So thank you to them as well.
Please, another round of applause, another round of hearts for Leslie Kelly. We love you, Leslie.
Thank you. We love you too.
Okay, Amy, can we turn it over?
Yes, my name is Amy Gibson. I am the project manager for youth and young adults in the crisis response system at CHIP. And tonight I have the honor of presenting this year's Diamond Service Award. The Diamond Service Award is given to an individual who has not only overcome homelessness, but is giving back to individuals or the community in a meaningful way. This year we had 11 nominations, which was a record number for this award. So I believe we have a short video leading up.
Time I became homeless, I was 14 years old. We had just moved down here, me, my 3 younger siblings, and my mother from Chicago, Illinois. She was going through a new divorce, and I felt that with all of the stress, sometimes she would use me as a muse for her pain. And I feel like she started to recognize that. To a certain extent, she knew she couldn't control herself though from abusing me. So she got to a point where she would just tell me to get out. And I remember this time specifically, it was 9 o'clock at night. It was snow on the ground, and usually she would just have me go out there until she, and I would stay out there until she told me to come back in. But I remember being cold, and I remember wanting to move, so I just started walking. And she had one friend here, and I was friends with her daughter. So I walked from 21st in Emerson all the way until 46th in Arlington. And when I got there, I ended up being there for a couple of weeks. She didn't let me come home. So that's how I ended up homeless for the first time. The very first time, believe it or not, I actually felt empowered and saved and free. And I think that's only because I didn't understand the concept of being homeless. I was just happy at the fact that I was no longer in my mother's house. The second time was the worst for me because, like I said, I was 18 at this time, and it was a whole different ball game. I felt defeated. I didn't see a future for myself. I was terrified of what would come.
Got to look yourself in the mirror and say, I'm Dewana Rodriguez, and I'm strong, and I can do anything. I have learned so much from you, and I try not to cry, but I'm just so grateful to know you. I'm grateful to see this journey, to be alongside this journey for you, and how you're advocating for yourself and older foster youth in Indiana. Just never lose sight of how great you are, because you're going places, and I can't wait to be working for you one day.
So the Youth Action Board was actually very exciting for me to be a part of. We advocate on behalf of homeless youth, and we decide where certain funding is going to go when it comes to programs that'll help stop homelessness for young adults and youth in general.
How can I possibly sum up very quickly what I respect the most about Dewana Rodriguez? I'm going to do my best. Day is a gentle yet fierce warrior, and she's a survivor who quietly leads with a strength that world leaders would envy. And to top it all off, she's a poet.
Also, I started to write down what it was that I wanted. I started writing down my feelings. I started reading things, and it's almost like there were signs for me, signs and synchronicities. And I noticed that when I would write certain things down, sometimes they would come into fruition. So everything that I have now, I wrote it down when I didn't have anything. And that has become a really powerful tool for me.
One of the things I most respect about you is your passion. You have a lot of passion and goals and desire to change foster care and also to change the system in ways that are better and to help other youth. So that is one of the things I most respect about you. I just want to wish you all the best and congratulations again on this award.
Hi, my name is Megan Tribble and I'm the Director of Youth Engagement at Foster Success. I've had the pleasure of knowing Day for about a year now, and in that very short amount of time, Day has grown into becoming such a strong advocate for youth in foster care. She has become this social justice warrior that everyone should look up to and admire.
Has been consistent throughout the time I was with her. She's fallen down, but she gets back up and she comes harder than she did when she fell down. And that's just present day now. I mean, she's so determined. She graduated high school and she's taking college courses and she's trying to open a business and she's doing all these amazing things that I knew she was always capable of doing.
I would like her to know that I am so proud of her. She's made so much progress. It's a night and day difference from when I first met her to now. She's so capable and has so much potential to do great things. And I just want her to keep dreaming big and pursuing her hopes and dreams.
Respect her commitment to paying it forward. Given all that Day has worked through, it would be really easy to walk away from others and only focus on herself. However, Day has used adversity and challenges to drive her to improve her life and the lives of others.
Again, congratulations, Day. I'm super proud of you, and I'm so excited for you to have this award. It's well deserved.
And thank you for being you, because being you is beautiful and is a treasure to all of us. And you, my dear, are more than enough.
So as we heard, this year's Diamond Service Award winner is Dejana Day Rodriguez. Day, as we heard in the video, identifies as a foster youth alumni and advocates for the future of foster youth through different avenues, such as HUD's Foster Youth Independence Initiative. Day is involved with the Department of Child Services Youth Advisory Council, where she serves as the co-lead of the Racial Justice and Equity Work Group. She also serves as a member of the Indianapolis Continuum of Care Youth Action Board and several other groups. If all of that does not keep her busy enough, Day is also a student at Ivy Tech majoring in psychology. It's truly been a pleasure getting to know Day through the Youth Action Board the last few months. So please join me in a virtual round of applause as I invite Day Rodriguez to say a few words.
You might be on mute, Day.
You guys hear me?
Yep, we hear you.
Can you hear me okay?
Oh, you're kind of coming in and out. Try one more time.
Okay.
Are you still there, Day? We'll give it a minute. I see you.
Difficulties. Give me 1 second.
Okay, we are
very grateful. Y'all don't know it was working the whole time. Can you guys hear me now?
Yes, we got you now. Yep.
Okay. I just want to thank that nominated me.
Oh, I think we lost her again.
At the time when I received, so close to giving up, because like they said, even if I wanted to, just wanting recognition from that, I feel like it has given me hope to keep going. It has motivated me. It makes me feel seen. It makes me feel loved. It makes me feel supported by my whole entire community. So I am more than grateful. I'm more than honored, and words can't explain how happy I am right now. So thank you, everyone.
Day, I hope you can see the love coming through. I hope you see the chat. If not, we will send it to you. You are getting mad love. Can you hear us still?
Thank you. Yes. Can you hear me? I don't know. It was working the whole time, but I'm having technical difficulties now.
It's all good. We've heard bits and pieces. All right. Amy, do you want to talk about Day's video too?
Yeah, I think everything that was stated in the video just describes Day and Day's personality, and you can't be in her presence and not be in a good mood. I feel like there's been days where I've had just I don't know, just having a day, and then the Youth Action Board and Day comes into the Zoom platform, into the meeting, and you just have to smile because as others stated, her passion for this work, especially for young people who are former foster youth, it just shines through, and she just continues to advocate for that subpopulation of youth and young adults.
You got us, Day. Can you hear us now?
Yes, ma'am. I can hear you all.
All right. So please give some love and kudos today.
Thank you all so much. Like I said, I didn't prepare anything to say. I knew that I was going to be crying a lot. So I'm still trying to get myself together. But I just feel really full. My heart feels really full. And so thank you. I can say nothing but thank you. And I'm grateful.
Thank you, Day. And we are grateful for you and the work that you are leading here in Indianapolis. And I don't know who said it in your video, but I am in line to come work for you as well. So keep doing great things.
Thank you.
And then Day's full video will be available on the CHIP website as well. Okay, Amy, any closing?
No, I'm just kicking it back to you for closing remarks.
Okay, well, first of all, thanks everyone for bearing with this virtual event. I know we would all so much rather be in person and being able to see each other and hug each other and kind of feel the love. But I hope we're getting some of that in tonight's platform. And again, I just want you all to look around at each other and the faces that are here tonight to celebrate our amazing community partners. So we're going to wrap up this evening. I know it's been a long week for everyone. I know it's a long day. Everyone's extended their Zoom time a little extra tonight. So I hope that this last hour together has both inspired and challenged you, everyone on this call, to use your voice, to leverage your sphere of influence, to align resources so that we can all move from managing to ending homelessness here in Indianapolis. We need all of you, every single one on this call, to join us in our collective work. I want to conclude tonight by drawing on the beautiful and encouraging words of Ian DeYoung from his piece called "This Work is Hard." This work is really hard, like really hard. It can burn you out. It can make you curse to the point where you make yourself blush. It can lead you to question why you ever started down this road. Units will get trashed. Landlords will be angry. Some people you are supporting will die. Needles will be found. Overdoses will happen. Every now and then, you may be surprised to find something weird. A snake frozen in a freezer. A 2-gallon jug filled with I don't know what. But don't give up, you wonderful helper, you. Don't give up. Rents will not always be paid on time or in full. Case management goals will not always be met. Some days will be spent jumping from crisis to crisis rather than doing the proactive work. Every now and again, you will find what you think could be the poster child for what success looks like, for today anyway. Coworkers will engage in office politics. Case notes will need to be done. Data must be entered. A drop-off of donations will happen at the least best time. But don't give up, you wonderful helper, you. Don't give up. Program participants will complain. Community partners will complain. The general public will complain. Most days you will never serve enough people adequately in a way that keeps others happy. Or for every happy person, there are several others who do not seem to be. But don't give up, you wonderful helper, you. Don't give up. You went into this work for a reason. Maybe you forgot why. Maybe the reason has changed. Find it. Find that reason again. Hold that space. Breathe in, breathe out. You didn't go into this because it was easy. Maybe you didn't go into it because it was this hard, but you always knew this wouldn't be easy. Our success will not be measured by how easy we make the work. It will be measured by what we achieve in difficulty. So don't give up, you wonderful helper, you. Don't give up. We have epic stuff to do. So I want to leave us with that tonight. I want to thank all of you for spending this last hour together, for extending your Zoom screen time today, and for joining as we celebrate these true heroes and community partners. I'll say, if you feel compelled, check us out, text, visit our website, or check out our partners, visit their websites, support their work as well, because we are all doing this work together. What benefits one benefits the whole. So please, could we do a gallery view again, Whitney? So we can see each other. Please continue to show each other the love that you have to support each other as we continue to do the hard work together. We're inspired by all of you every single day. So thank you for not giving up.